Ragdax says manipulate.
It's control day. Gotta capture the right game. What's going on, Ragdak? Grats on the first. Grats on the first. Now we gotta manipulate some people into following. That's the next goal. Alright. We were doing some DLC shenanigans last time I played. Listen to this.
You're listening to America Overnight, a beacon in the darkest recesses of possibility for more than 29 years.
The fondue set.
We have another letter from a listener. This one's unsigned, but postmarked from Toledo.
Yeah, we beat the main game. Now we're doing DLC.
Dear America Overnight, I have the most wonderful appliance for your listeners. It is
Yo,
a
Tech
miracle of God.
Waka!
A fondue set.
Yeah, it's a fondue set. Taka Waka! You have to make that your tagline now, Tag. Because you go Waka, but you can go Taka Waka. Waka Taka. You can make it work. Hazel should be good to go for a Monster Hunter tomorrow. All right. We'll do another Monster Hunter week. If y'all see any tiny crowns, I need all the tinies. I need the baby monsters. Hiss Entity Sharpened Agent. They display para-utilitarian ability, rapidly move short distances. The ability is unique in the fact that it's not associated with an object of power. However, we should not discount the possibility that this ability is an object variation. For example, abrupt physical relocation, APR, could potentially be a variant of the jukebox's effect. Other explanations of the Hiss Sharpen's ability currently include momentary time manipulation, brief increase in physical speed, inhibiting the witness's sense of sight. If we do accept that the Hiss Sharpen's ability is not connected to a known object of power, then the Hiss are either manifesting unique paranatural abilities, or there are objects in the house that we aren't aware of. Either way, the Hiss will continue to develop new strains of corruption, and that is cause for concern. They keep mutating. What is this? Field research on astral copies. With the astral plane now physically accessible, a torrent of new information has been collected on the entities known as astral copies. The copies' body are composed of a dense stone-like material that is both resilient under controlled circumstances and brittle when stuck with significant force. So it's like the opposite of what's that stuff that they make with like non-Newtonian fluid. Oobleck. It's like the opposite of oobleck. When you hit it hard, it gets tough. Otherwise, it's a liquid. It's like the opposite. Whether the astral copies possess individual consciousnesses or directed by a higher intelligence, such as the board, remains unknown. However, their shared aggression seems to indicate a unified goal. Director Faden's encounters with these entities when binding objects of power on the astral plane indicate that they serve as live targets for potential para-utilitarians to practice on. Some have been equipped with Bureau weaponry, though. It seems unlikely they were armed by our personnel. It is important to note that they appear immune to Hiss corruption. Mimics are physically indistinguishable from astral copies, but considered more dangerous due to the fact that they possess para-utilitarian abilities. And most notably, the most notable ability witnessed is levitation. It's unknown how the astral entity gained its para-natural abilities. The relevant objects of power are currently bound to Director Faden, which indicates the objects are not responsible. However, objects of power are intrinsically linked to the board and the astral plane. A similar link between the objects and the mimics could also exist. Or perhaps the board is able to dispense these abilities at their leisure, with no trial in the astral plane required. The prevailing theory, however, is that the entities are simply replicating observed abilities performed by the Hiss, or even the director herself, thanks to the prolonged exposure to a world caused by the astral bleed. Astral spikes are a metastructural entity found in the astral plane. Their existence was first confirmed when a single spike traveled to our dimension through the mind of an astronaut. See report by Agent Gibson. Astral spikes seem to exist beyond our dimension's physical laws. They don't resemble any living creature or animate objects we have yet encountered. They are even dissimilar to astral copies, despite the fact that they both originate from the astral plane. The spikes are immensely dangerous, emitting a wavelength that disrupts all organic and inorganic matter in their immediate vicinity, with catastrophic results. Discerning the nature of the wavelength has been difficult for obvious reasons, but Parakinesiology Department continues to investigate. Now we looked at all the tapes. The id?
41 days since entry day. The name of our historic arrival.
Oh, when they were... That's what they called the rock people. Apologies, how embarrassing. Astral fellow shades are acting hostile or very rude. We cannot direct behavior. In external, not astral regions. Promise fingers crossed. We know that they're there, but sorry, can't do anything about it. Map, there we go. So there's something in the crossroads. Reach the bottom of the nail.
I hope I know what I'm doing. That was just the top of the nail? How much deeper does the foundation go?
Entry day plus 118. I have changed, though it's hard to know how or why. I no longer need tools to detect the house's veins, to hear it breathe. I can feel its blood churning beneath my bare feet. I have added my own illustrations to the walls, trying to solve some mystery that the oldest house whispers to me. I have to avoid the id as I do so. They haunt me. I don't blame them. They're just following the Pillar's orders. Even poor Adam doesn't seem to recognize me anymore. I've spent a long time contemplating the etchings of the tree and its roots. Did you know this city used to be a forest? I wonder if our oldest house wore a different face back then. Or if it was always here. A 21st century office building since time immemorial. Can a place know the future? Can it change its skin? Can it wander? I always thought the esoteric world was my father's, not mine. But here, in this sacred place,
What up, Azrael?
I finally understand
Hi.
his devotion and his awe.
Sorry, I was like reading along. We're just doing some gaming.
The crystals are growing like crazy here. It's almost like they're trying to stop me.
I almost didn't. I almost fell asleep. I was like, wait. I gotta do at least a little bit of gaming. It's Thursday. Are you liking Control? Control has been great. Highly recommend if you haven't paid attention to most of this.
HRA was damaged. The board said it.
When Marshall blew up the nail, the board attacked her. I don't fucking like it.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden,
Wait, what?
formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to
this
the
one?
5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want to come, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. Tell Darling it wasn't my fault.
Oh yeah, you did play this all the way
I
because you were
can
giving me
now.
hints. That's right.
I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison.
The world is a
Cold.
prison. No, we listened to that before. So what is the? Oh, it's the one that we just collected. Duh. We gotta listen to this. 2 birds, 1 bomb.
I tried to get out after the detonation, but the astral spike came out of nowhere. I escaped, but my HRA was damaged. I'd bet a year's salary the board sent it. We never did see eye to eye. They have too much control. Over
Control.
Trench, the Bureau, the House. They make themselves part of every important process. Nothing a little C4 can't fix. 2 birds, 1 bomb. Christ, what a mess. But I stopped the hiss. I did it. If Faden did her part, then the Bureau is safe. Until the next thing. Jesse has good reason to hate the Bureau. But that could be what we need right now. She won't follow the same path. Won't fall into the same traps. She'll lead her way. So, Director Faden, here's my last lesson. You can't save everybody.
Boom. I also learned something crazy. Northmore?
Northmore was director before me.
Was a director.
I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it. Didn't trust it. Didn't want to rely on it. Northmore was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more, until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end. Contain the situation. Northmore never liked me, but he went along with it.
So Northmore, a man of power like an
He
explosion.
didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep
Director's
the lights
duty
on.
is to keep the lights on.
Here's to you, Northmore. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Okay, so the first part. Northmore, a man like an explosion, a man of power. A director's duty is to keep the lights on. Right? And then research. Case file. What is it? It's the NSC. What's the file under? No, I have it. So you beat the game, Rag said? Yeah. I beat the core game, and we've been working on the DLC. Where is it? I have a case file on it. Maybe I could just show the video. Sums it up better. Since I failed to locate it. Crap. Where did I like it? Damn it. I wanted to drop some lore. I wanted to drop lore. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where did I put it? Was it Reddit? Hold on. Hold on. Upvoted. Okay, it was lore. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I want to tell you my favorite piece of control lore, and yes, I'm well aware this is going to be the most niche piece of content I've ever made. Fairly near the start of the game, you end up in the maintenance sector to fix the NSC power plant. You run around fixing it, but no one ever tells you what NSC actually stands for, until you find this document. You don't even find this document until much later on in the game, and even this doesn't explicitly spell it out, you've still got to do some work. It's the blank sarcophagus container. Blank is redacted, all we know is it begins with N, because it's the NSC. It was designed by order of Deputy Chief Trench shortly before he became director. Container provides a safe method of extraction of Blank's excess energy output while acting as a humane way to house him. The electricity produced powers the entire bureau, making us completely self-sufficient and effectively invisible on the New York City grid. Someone, beginning with N, is making so much power they can power the entire bureau. Who is it? Northmore. Yes, the director before Trench didn't die. He's still alive and kicking inside the NSC, powering the entire bureau. Once you know this hotline message hits different.
Northmore was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more, until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end. Contain the situation. Northmore A director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on.
Anyway, that's my favourite piece of lore. Let me know yours in the comments.
I think the first director, Northmore, is what powers the entire bureau. They just stuffed him in a box and they turned him into nuclear power. It's the Northmore containment. Is great. So you are your brother, then. What's the story? Give me the ending note. So it's okay. So I've slept multiple days since I did it, and it was very confusing. And I think Polaris was me the whole time, because the Polaris container was empty, and then we were like, "Oh yeah, it's me. I'm good." So he went from director to Energizer battery. Yeah. So what am I going to be? Because I don't think we got an answer on what the hiss is. Because we're still like, all right, we got to go figure this out. We still have work to do. A redhead with powers, yeah. But, like, the ending was blurry. Well, JCN, that's what the second game is for now, isn't it? It is. We'll get closer to the truth, but we probably won't get the truth still. Because then they're gonna have a game that's not Alan Wake and not Control. All redheads have powers. Manipulation. Control. It's called Quantum Break. That was the first one though, wasn't it? Quantum Break, Alan Wake, Control.
Director Faden here. Dispatch a ranger to this location.
No?
The Hiss are in for it now.
Alan Wake was first. So was it Alan Wake, then Quantum Break?
Nobody else hears the house. Their ears are too full of lies.
You didn't read where he said Alan Wake was first.
We were shown the way inside so we could help. But all we've done is fall victim to the same parasite. I should have seen the web earlier. The strands between Northmore, the pillar, the gun, the id. What hope did we have? Thrown into this conflict beyond our comprehension. I've decided to rejoin the Bureau in the upper levels to end my long absence spent in the Foundation. Northmore will be angry at me for disobeying him. That's just his way. But I don't care. I need to remain in the oldest house to help however I can. I doubt I can steer the Bureau back on the right course, but I have to try. How did I go so long without a purpose? Without devotion? I can hardly remember how it felt. I realize how grateful I am to Father for setting me on this path. I wish I could tell him that.
Quantum Break is technically not connected. What was Troll related games? Story-wise. Direct connections. Alan Wake 1 and 2, Quantum Break. Was made by the same team. Not officially in the same universe due to IP rights. They did make Max Payne, but obviously he's not connected. FBC Firebreak is an upcoming multiplayer game set directly within the Federal Bureau of Control, focusing on teams responding to the Hiss crisis. What? Oh, it's already out. It's $16. Why is that not capturing?
Gather round, Firebreak. We've got a major crisis on our hands. Buckle up, because this bureau's reaching a break.
It's the Federal Bureau of Control.
Remember not to eat the mold, no matter how delicious it may smell.
I didn't know they expanded. I didn't know there were so many games in this series. Only 2.
We're facing an escalation like we never seen before. So, you with us?
Interesting. Yeah, you playing someone trapped in the house like a rando for Quantum Break? I remember selling this game.
You have to trust me. Or what?
Was this the one where you can invade other people's game in the single player?
Why are you helping me? You're with them.
It's more complicated than... Our fate is laid out before us, Jack. Everything that happened to get us here, every sacrifice that was made, they're all a part of this path. They can't be changed. I don't know if we can win this thing.
Did he just force stop that guy?
Dancing on hostile.
My name is Paul Serene.
See what y'all said. Max Payne being in the Control universe makes it so much better. His bullet time is an SCP power. FBC is out, and what I've seen is crossplay. It's fun, but it has a very odd progression system. Yeah, I heard previously the progression was quite bad. The latest update, though, revamped it or something, is quite better. Basically, you have REA, and you have to beat like the first lobby, and then the first lobby and an attachment. Then the first lobby, attachment, and a boss. Oh, so it like just keeps getting longer and longer, but you repeat the same content? Quantum Break was supposed to be a TV show. Wasn't this on like Xbox 360? Not an Xbox 360. Xbox One. What was the game I'm thinking of? Your sense of time is as bad as mine. Oh, it is so bad. It is so very bad. You don't even know. What game am I thinking of? Do I have it? Hold on. Hold on. Baron, hold on. I don't know. Can't remember what I was thinking of. Deathloop was the game where you can invade someone single player and then murk them. It was something else. It was something much older. Oh, it was a completely different game. Mind Jack? Doesn't exist, though. Sakura Bunny Girls, I think, is something completely very different from what I was thinking of. And of course, I stubbed my toe on the way, so now pain. Much pain. Nope, exactly what you wanted to see. Steam knows you better than you know yourself. But I'm not logged in. And Edge is a browser I use only for the stream. I do that on purpose. Zero profile. Bunny girls are what cat boys want. I'm okay with most demi-humans. To be completely honest. Mind Jack was a PS3 360 game. Really bad. But I think that was the one that let you invade other people's games. I remember that was like the selling point. Is like you play your single player story, but other people could just like take over enemies within your game, and then all of a sudden it's PvP. And I thought that's what Quantum Break was. That is so red.
Marshall? You're alive.
Soon you will no longer recognize us, or yourself, or him, or her, or them. Family is dead. The walls are broken, but yellow and red in the eye.
God damn it.
Inverted is made right.
You fuckers take everything. I am not letting you take this.
You've always been the new you.
Oh, boss fight.
can destroy the crystals too.
Here you go. Oh, I dropped her. Oh, there's more bats. Ow. Ow. Assistant sent champion what? Oh, they sent more troopers. Oh, what is this? Weapon mods. Can't let that fall out of here. Get out of here. Oh, almost got you. Oh, I killed my own dude. Ugh.
The nail is corrupted. That explains why the board wasn't answering what's causing the quakes. Marshall came down here to stop this. I should have been with her. I could have saved her. But I can still save everyone else.
Alright. What was going on here? Talking about 360 era games that had weird multiplayer selling points. You know what game had great multiplayer but literally no one played it? Brink? No, it was not Brink. I can guarantee you that. It was not Brink. BioShock. It had multiplayer? I remember queuing up for BioShock multiplayer back when it was launched and waited 25 minutes to get into a match. That sucks. No one even gave it a chance? Why is this in here? There's nothing in here. Oh, was that just where the enemies were spawning? Is that the whole purpose? See, I told you, it had fucking multiplayer. That's the regular reaction. I know Uncharted had multiplayer as well. Like, it was fine. Multiplayer isn't included in any of the remasters or anything. They just forgot it existed. It's just like Assassin's Creed had multiplayer. The weird, like, hide-and-go-seek stuff. We are cleansed, liberated, hallelujah. The foundation is stable, beaten, A-OK. We hope you will improve your attitude and loyalty.
Well, fuck you too.
Fuck you too.
Oh, I'll be sure to.
Let's play it smart. They don't need to know I'm onto them. Not yet, anyway.
I'm gonna go the wrong way first. Which is obviously this way, okay. We know where to go. Yeah, back in like 360 and PS3, it's almost like they felt like they had to do multiplayer with anything that came out. People got kind of tired of it. Wait, open, pull. Because a lot of times it was like half-assed stuff. What was BioShock multiplayer? BioShock multiplayer trailer. There was actually a trailer for it too.
Congratulations, Mr. or Mrs. Citizen Rapture. You've been approved to join the Sinclair Solutions team as a product tester in our home consumer rewards program. Here at Sinclair, the customer knows best. That's why we'd like to invite you to test our home defense products in the field and tell us how you feel. By participating in our DIY clinical trials, you will automatically earn bonus gifts free of charge. Yes, we thought you'd like the sound of that.
Please be elaborate. Yay!
Start earning those rewards.
Okay, it's exactly what you think it would have been. Looks hectic.
I warned you not to play with bigger kids.
Oh, did somebody spawn as a Big Daddy? Big Daddy is win.
Yes, we thought you'd like the sound of that.
BioShock 2. This trailer is poo though. It didn't ever have that many people and the games were a lot more strategic. Yeah, because that just looked like chaos. You just mash buttons and win. Gotham Imposters was pretty fun. Oh. This worm guy. Wait, why are you making it dark?
The nail is secure. The hiss can't touch it. I can't undo the astral bleeding in the Foundation, but at least it's stopped.
Along with the seismic activity. You did it, Jesse. Did you ever find Marshall?
I did. She's gone. She died thinking she'd save the Bureau. Not a bad way to go. I wasn't ready for this crisis. I didn't even see it coming. But I promise I'll be ready for the next one. I mean, what good is a director who can't hold her bureau together?
The Foundation. It was a standalone game with its own plot leading up to BioShock 1. If you were into BioShock, you didn't know the multiplayer story, you were missing out. Not a lot, but it was cool enough.
I thought I know how to handle things, now that I'm the director. Clearly, it's not that simple.
Still looks like the Cult of the
I
Lamb
need
crown.
to choose a direction for the Bureau. It should be one that serves our goals, not the board's. Whatever those are. I need to lead my way.
Speaking of Cult of the Lamb, Woolhaven came out today. Oh, they want me to move. I thought it was extra long cutscene. We didn't find all the ID cards in the warehouse yet.
Hey, try not to launch me, Director.
So, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I have never fully played BioShock. I've played a few hours into the first game and that's it. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. They wouldn't let us go this way. I thought that was a breakable thing. It is not a breakable thing. Oh man, it's so tight, right up my alley. It's so right up my alley. I love the story, never played it through the games either, but my roommate at the time was one of my best friends, and it was one of his favorite series. I know that it's a super huge game. People loved 1 and 2, and then I think Infinite fell off, right? Like, people didn't like it as much. Hardcore. I heard baddies, don't see baddies. Okay, that's pain. I think this is one of our ID cards, though. I like the story so much that I played BioShock 3 on my own, despite not being into those kind of games. I still kind of like Infinite, but it wasn't on the same level as 1 and 2. Yeah, a lot of my gaming just turned into MMOs. I worked for GameStop for 9 years, and all my recommendations were based on what other people told me. There's a light up there. Oh, that's why. We're literally right here. Okay. So the squid thing was looking at us. Is it still back there? I see something. There's something right there. Just a cave wall? Maybe. Same, I've been multiplayer game enjoyer since about 2000. Got Ultima Online in 98, never looked back. It's just recently that I was like, I'm gonna stream, I'm gonna play single player games. Go to the warehouse. I think it's just because MMOs feel like they don't innovate. Like, they haven't evolved as much as other games have. Like, they make little changes and stuff, and like WoW has kept up, like, graphics and stuff for sure, but it's still WoW. In college, I came to the realization that all the games I play are multiplayer, and single-player games just don't hold my interest anymore. They're good, but I just don't feel compelled to play them. That was me! Oh, Q is what I wanted. I pressed E instead of Q. I disagree. You're only looking at the mainstream MMOs. There are plenty of little guy MMOs that have always been ahead of the curve. They usually die out pretty quick, though. I mean, maybe. But I feel like the loops are still the same. The combat is still simple. Not maybe. Most are definitely not. I don't know. But if they were really that innovative and nobody played them, was it worth it? Was it that much of a change? I'm sure it was worth it. What bugs me now is like everything is cash shop, buy gold, and gacha. Concussion source game. Personal mod. go. They were good games, but they didn't have budget. And yes, they were that much of a change. That's why they didn't make it. Could have played Final Fantasy XI with us, but no. Catboy wants to only play Repo. I just don't have the time to do 11. I'm sorry. I want an MMO that's more, and it's a very, very hard ask. And that's why I'm thinking maybe AI is gonna help us. As much as people hate that idea. That some of the work can be divided between humans and AI. To be able to actually build something that's just too large for people to do as a business. Because MMOs are cost prohibitive, right? That's what Wonder was saying too. Games could have been good, but it was too expensive. Mortal Online, for instance, is a very highly skill-based MMO. First one died. The studio took what they learned, made the game as MO2. They fixed what they failed, acquired funding before they launched. Well, this is going way better. They weren't even ID holders. What? The reality is MMOs have been splintered because the thing they contributed to gaming spaces. Because the reality is MMOs have been splintered because the thing... Oh, you're probably trying to say, like, the social aspect of an MMO got taken over by, like, Discord. I'll say a lot of the best failed MMOs are the ones that are hardcore, which is already has a niche player base. Yeah. Gotta wait for after ads to keep discussing. Discussion.
This is the director. I need backup at my location.
The Hiss are in for it now.
Surprise! What's in here? Ah! Was that Meteor Hill summary? We'll wait for the ads. Add hell. Twitch got a Twitch. Welcome back. Ad should be over. You back, Ragdeck? Okay, so I think what you were trying to say is like the thing that MMOs most contributed to was like the social aspect, and that's been taken over by things like Discord and social media and that kind of stuff, right? They acted as a social hub. Yep. And Wonder said it's a fundamentally weird thing to say. MMOs are just multiplayer RPGs that contribute to playing games together, just like any other multiplayer genre. It's just not the same. It's not the same as it used to be. You gotta watch Pint's video. Pint did a good video on it. It's not the same. It is not the same. It is not the same. It's just sadness. It's a shell of what it used to be. It lost its magic for you. No, it lost its magic for so many people. And MMO burnout. It's both. Because so many people are burned out. Yeah. They're burned out. They're burned out because it's the same content over and over again with very little innovation. The social part has been basically cut out because, I mean, it's almost required features, right? Like the random RNG grouping, and like guilds don't really do anything anymore for the most part. Like just everything I've experienced in most games. Like there is social stuff, but not that much. Bro, sounds like your guild suck. Probably. But I don't know, that's my feeling on MMOs. All the social stuff got distributed. I played 11 recently. Waiting hours to get a group sucks. Yep. And that's why they had to do it. Like, you had to get RNG groups that instant go together. Otherwise, you're not playing the game, you're just waiting. And that's boring. So it's like give and take, right? Finding an active community you fit into isn't an easy thing. But once you do, it's great. But it does feel like most of the communication is off game. Like there isn't really a whole lot of guild chat and stuff. Applies to any multiplayer game, yeah. Again, that's on your dead community. The evolution that I want is I want more content that isn't endgame rating. Like there needs to be more variety. There needs to be more building, crafting, gathering, XYZ. Things to do outside of endgame content. Any new MMO has to fight against years of old ones. Yep. Let me read this real quick. Per Archival Mandates 8A, this document has been edited to meet certain administrative standards. Certain terminology may be out of date. This paradimensional occurrence consisted of 3 sequential sinkholes induced by subterranean implosions, revealing foreign material of magmatic qualities. Event response. A local chapter of the Youth Science League were participating in an archaeological dig on the hill when the event occurred. Many boys were injured in the resulting collapse, and some touched the magma directly. Oh. Bureau agents arrived at the scene 7 days after the incident. Samples of lava-like material were taken. The area was quickly sealed off from the public at a recommendation. Our aim was to ensure all remnants of the material were rendered inoffensive, but the magma descended too deeply into the earth to retrieve. Foul-smelling odors were detected in the area, which were hypothesized being the dissipated elements vapor trail left at the scene. All acquired material was delivered to Washington for examination in the Bureau's on-site laboratories.
Another ID card. For a cartographer.
Score. Oculus Crescent. Boscia and Eureka in Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah. Because those are all zones that you can still do in 14 and there's still people playing it, right? I've got an active WoW guild that's constantly talking in and out of game. They're super duper active. I'm really bummed that I found a great guild I fit into and just don't enjoy WoW anymore. Okay, JC, and here's some truth you need to hear, because this doesn't just apply to MMOs or other thing. Hear the same argument you're making for almost every form of art that's been produced. Games, music, movies, TV shows, list goes on. That it just isn't as good anymore, right? The truth is, great things exist. The slop you don't enjoy are the same shit over and over. That's just mainstream garbage that has money behind it. The little guys, they're the ones making art. It's true. We're supposed to go for the last ID card. How many do we have? I can't tell what percentage we have. Is everything from
Another one of those ID cards. Security chief.
Everything from mainstream has to be formulaic, right? They know what works. They just need to replicate what works. And that's it. Print enough money, shut it down, go to the next one. Fucking hell, it's okay to enjoy the mainstream stuff. No shame in that. You were an ID. Where would you hide? That's what GCN is lamenting, yep. It's the same things over and over. Okay, this is the other side. GCN played Repo and Lethal Company. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, there's another door. Can we float all the way around? a friend. Oh, this isn't one of them. He unfortunately has an itch the market cannot satisfy. It's true. Certainly that's not all that's available. The point is not all indie games are perfect, but whatever, it's that innovation still exists, unlike what GCN is claiming. I need to explore more than the mainstream. So I guess he plays that voxel MMO. Are you talking about Hytale? That's just like Minecraft Plus. I don't... Can we get from that window? No, that's even higher. We went up there. Did that. We broke those. Not Hytale. Voxel MMO. Here we go.
This ID card was for an excavation engineer. Why did so many people abandon their cards down here?
Oh wait, we can use the cards to access the elevator. Okay. Emergency first aid. Target practice. Guns. Okay. So we get hints. So probably security chief. Physicist? Has to be physicist because of the click clackers, right? Looks like a chief.
From the layer of dust on this place, nobody's swept here in years. Not even Ahti.
This is a
No
cartographer.
way he'd stand for this.
There's something in here.
There's an elevator.
Quest denied. Dr. Ash, as Chief Excavation Officer, it's my job to support the research team. So I got you your machine for that ridiculous sand research project. However, it's also my responsibility to ensure the safety of the crew. Do you know how many trips I took to get an entire bulldozer down here piece by piece? And do you know how many of the guys we lost on those trips? Here's a hint. Too fucking many. Here's what brings me to my point. I'm writing you today because this request form that just landed on my desk. Apparently you want a lightweight, 1 or 2 man military-grade helicopter for the purpose of surveying the vast expanse of Columns by air. I bet you didn't even stop to wonder how much time, money, effort, and blood this toy would cost us. Well, no, sir. I'm sorry, but I will not subject my men to another month of marching through that death trap upstairs. For Christ's sake, these people have families. Not that they ever get to see them anymore. Request denied. Lewis McNary. Either of you ever heard of Darkfall? It's an MMO that was between 2009 and 12, but it took like 10 years to develop. It's getting relaunched soon. It had stress tests this month. Bitcraft Online. I don't think I've heard of either one of those. Do we need to do some research? Bitcraft Online trailer.
Alienware's highest performance desktop yet, equipped with powerful Intel Core Ultra processor.
This looks more like a just multiplayer game. They're the king. Interesting, but I don't know. Darkfall trailer. Relaunch? Darkfall Lost Souls. This is very different.
What is
a brutal MMO?
Why have you never heard of it? And why am I bringing it up now?
Yeah, if it's mostly like
I will have to explain
large siege
where it
combat,
came from
I'm not too into those.
Darkfall originally launched back in July of 2009. It was a period of time really before content creation began and the YouTube guide meta was the thing. Darkfall's launch was anything but smooth. The website to order it continuously crashed for weeks, and only a set amount of people could get in and purchase it at a time. Coupled with the website account creation issues, the game's performance...
Time to boot up Rabbit and Steel.
The game did not get much coverage back then either, but you may ask, cities, hamlets, player-owned structures that are built up by forward and work. No lack of things to do, and if you run into trouble, prepare for the most adrenaline-pumping combat you've ever had. A seamless open-world PvP-focused MMO with insanely smooth combat, sieges with hundreds of players and solid performance, to see why we all fell in love with it all those years ago. The 32-bit version is going to run on its
I don't know. Used to thrive on PvP MMOs. I wanted hardcore shit. I've since mellowed out, but to the point where there are tons of MMOs, so many MMOs. If you're looking for Darkfall, look up Rise of Aegon. Rise of Aegon. Is that also another PvP one?
Who's right in front of us? No, ITC'd.
Okay, kill Zern's on this. There's a bunch of them. Watch out, don't clump up, I got high ground. Okay, if this guy Zern coming in, raise on him.
Oh, it's just like, is this like a story?
He's half. Zern, half. Ray him. Zern, wall of force on him. He's one.
That's what current Darkfall is called. Oh, okay.
I'm on him. Sticky back.
Yeah, he's one. Zern's one.
Take this momentum.
I'm not even...
They're collapsing from the left.
I'm blocking.
Can you heal the Eagle?
I'm blocking. Keep healing. Peel this guy. Ray him. Kira 1, Kira 1, Kira 1.
Zen in the back. Kill Zen in the back.
Kira 1, Kira 1, Kira 1, Kira 1. Kira 1 dead.
Got him.
He's dead. Reach.
It's so fun to break a stalemate in a PvP fight like this. I gotta admit that. We got Lunar Savage mode to clear.
Which I'm sure is super safe. In a space in each terminal for an ID card. Which card goes where?
Wait, no, this is the cartographer. This is a seismologist. Research? Cartographer. Is that right? Apparently not right. Alright, so this looks like head of security, right? I'm pretty sure of that. This may or may not be a physicist. This, I feel like, is the head, because he's got an American flag. He's got his little business professionals up on the wall. It's got to be the chief. I'm pretty sure. Do physicists do seismology readings and stuff? Search. Theodore Ash Jr.? Maybe it's this. Later, Ragdak.
It worked.
Hey, there we go.
Now I just have to get on a rickety elevator that goes who knows how far down.
Honestly, PvP isn't that bad. If you look from the angle, these are the hardest mobs you'll ever face in a dungeon because their AI is just regular. True.
Dust. Still, this lab's way tinier than any of Darling's.
What do we got in this lab? That'd be some fancy stuff, right? I don't know what the pipes do. I'm gonna turn it. Do it. Like nothing in here. We got some rocks.
Why would they need such a heavy door down here?
Because there's probably a demon in there. The thing that made me want to play Darkfall so badly is that it's an empty world. Every town, every building, everything is entirely player built. Interesting. It's supposed to evolve over time from a Stone Age onward. All by players. Process designer. Dude's got a laser. Ow. Gotcha. They ended up not panning out. The devs couldn't make it happen, but the idea was something that captivated me. I always wanted to play that game, especially from launch. Ashes of Creation seems like it's pursuing a similar idea, so I'm pretty interested in it. Yeah, that's the plan, right? Is to have an empty world, and then depending on where people end up questing, it consolidates magic from nearby nodes into one node, and like every server is going to be different. And in that sense, it also kind of restores the, you're playing with your server rather than playing with random people that you'll never see again. You queue with them once and then never
This
again.
looks like a nail, only mini.
Mini nail. But who knows if that's going to pan out, right?
A document. Is this in some kind of code? Can't read a word of it. I should take this back to Emily and tell her I got into Ash's secret lab.
Northmore, final warning. To Dr. Theodore Ash Jr., as Director of the Federal Bureau of Control and chosen representative, liaison benefactor of the greater authority of the board, I demand your immediate withdrawal from the Foundation. Prior memos issued broadly to Foundation staff called for a swift reassignment of all personnel to the upper levels of the House. All staff complied except for you. This demonstrates a lack of respect for my office and the board itself. This is their house, and we are their guests. We should conduct ourselves accordingly. Normally, under such insubordination, it would be grounds for dismissal. But, out of respect for your late father, consider this, instead, my final warning. The board and Director Ash chose me as successor to the office, and no amount of petulance will change that. Indeed, your actions seem to suggest that you know better than myself, and by extension, better than the board. Permit me to assure you that this is not possible. Sincerely, Director Broderick Northmore. And you now live in a box. That Amazon MMO was also a play with your server and get to know people type game. I know what you're talking about. It shut down. The one that was like Spaniards. Bloody Spaniards. New World. New World didn't shut down yet. I mean, it's basically, there's no more updates. It's on life support.
I found Ash's secret lab.
Excellent. Please tell me everything. Spare no details.
Well, there was another cave. The walls were covered in paintings of eyeballs. The research seemed dedicated to studying a kinda smaller version of the nail. It looked like the same material as the one up here, but just a different shape.
Well, are you sure you didn't see any functioning prototypes? Or at least some schematics? I mean, Dr. Ash was a very accomplished engineer.
None. Sorry. I did find this handwritten note.
Wow. Ash had terrible handwriting. Never meet your heroes, right? So it looks like a transcribed conversation between Ash and someone named F. Ooh. Oh, this is juicy. This'll take me days to parse out. Maybe weeks.
Have you ever thought about taking a vacation, Emily?
Are you kidding?
This is my vacation, Jesse.
This is my vacation. I'm getting all the juicy stuff. I'm not supposed to be down here.
Now that this nail business is handled, I should probably be getting back to executive. But maybe I'll keep poking around. Just for a little bit.
Has the nail been doing anything since we restored it?
Define anything.
Anything unusual?
Define unusual.
Doing more than existing?
Sorry, but the answer is a whopping yes. Now that it's whole, the nail is emitting a constant field of, well, think of it like low-level radiation. It seems to suppress any biological matter it encounters. This explains why nothing grows here and why the Bureau had to abandon the area. Prolonged exposure would certainly begin affecting neural processes.
Wait. Was the field created when I cleansed the nail?
I considered that, but the nail's readings are quite different from the ones I recorded at the cleanse control points. I think the nail's field is purely of its own making. In fact, I think it would passively prevent any Hiss corruption, like the HRAs do. Which makes me wonder what actually occurred when you cleansed the nail.
I've been wondering about that myself. Did the board let the Hiss corrupt the nail? Did they want me to cleanse it? If so, why?
I was going to go back and play it, and they announced it was going offline next year. I don't want to get attached to something that's going offline. True. And she is creepy. I don't know what to think of her.
What do you know about Director Northmore?
Well, he was Director Trench's predecessor, and Northmore's famous for being the first board-appointed director. See, before we found the oldest house, directors were picked by committees of old men in suits, drinking cognac and smoking cigars or whatever. You know, standard, uninteresting methods.
I think the word you're looking for is bureaucratic.
Or antiquated. Regardless, Northmore was eventually forced to... Well, we don't need to go into that. Strangely, the only two board-appointed directors left the position under unusual circumstances. If the board appoints a director, then how do they retire them? I doubt they go out and buy you a gold watch. Sorry, Jesse, I didn't mean to imply that...
Don't worry. If anyone's getting shown the door, it's them.
All roads lead to Northmore, yep. And he still exists.
What do you know about an entity named Former?
I can't say I've heard of it. You got any details for me?
Well, imagine a one-eyed bug thing. I think it was a part of the board, but then something happened and now it's... separate?
Interesting. See, I always wondered if the board was some sort of entity or a group or conglomerate of linked consciousnesses, but this supports the group theory. Although it could have undergone some sort of corporeal exile. Too many unknowns to form a working hypothesis yet, but I can prioritize this matter in future astral dives if you think it's important.
Fortune favors the prepared. Do it. I'm gonna keep looking around.
I wish I could go with you, but I still need 30 hours of training before I can do field work.
We'll work on that.
30 hours? Got any details for you? Bitch, I just asked you if you knew anything about it. No, I wouldn't have asked if I knew. Stop throwing the question back at me. So we didn't finish. There's 2 more missions in the Foundation somewhere. Hidden locations. I'm not gonna look at the mystery stuff because it could be... Oh wait, there's a question mark over there. We'll go there. Collapse department. You know, they have this whole map over here and you can't click on where you want to go. You have to use the text. It's a missed opportunity. I don't know what that button did. We need 2 more remote thought. Yep, it's the other way. I always think that that shiny noise means that something is nearby. There's obviously nothing here. Why is there so many? Wait, did we... How'd we kill this guy? Oh no, he's around the corner. It's so dark. I can't see anything. Well, whatever it is, we need to be up there. How did we get down here? Probably like that. And then Oh, this... Their way in there? Brian's movie dead.
Welcome to another episode of Brian's Movie Den with me, the ever-lovable Brian Hinnerman. Today I want to talk about a new film I found at Movie Night. That's night with a K, the mecca for VHS aficionados in the greater Dallas area. Yeehaw! The movie is called Delivery Disaster. We open in media res. A mailman drives a truck full of packages down in an endless American neighborhood as a pack of rabid dogs chase behind. Now, these dogs are nothing like my stepmom's corgi Chuck. These were some real nightmare hellhounds. The dogs keep pace with the mail truck, tearing chunks out of the driver's legs and arms. Each package he throws out the door is marked by his bloody handprint. He screams in pain and confusion, and this goes on until the movie just abruptly ends. There aren't even any credits, which is a pretty bold choice. Is this film a commentary on how our 9-to-5 jobs are killing us, or how hostile the modern world is to outdated concepts like mailmen? Perhaps it's merely a statement about the futility of purpose and how no task can ever be really done. There are lots of ways to interpret it, but for now, let's get to the part you're all waiting for. It's score time. Score. I give this film a 4 out of 5, only because the actor frequently broke the fourth wall by looking into the camera and shouting at it, like he was shouting at the audience. A little too on the nose for me, but I did enjoy it, and I recommend you check out other films produced by Blessed Pictures. Bike Hard and Coffee Bullet are the only others I found, but this little art house studio certainly knows how to push the boundaries of Western cinema. And a friendly reminder that there will be no new episode next week, as I will be visiting my aunt in Delaware for Thanksgiving. Thanks for listening, all you Brian fans, and remember, we all love movie magic, but don't forget about the you magic. Until next time, movie day.
It's so weird. So... I think SCP had a article Why do I feel like I've heard about something similar to Blessed Pictures before? Something similar, and I'm pretty sure it was an SCP. SCP that had to do with movie company. I don't know. Anything in there? Anything in there? Anything in there? I hear baddies. And it's still a question mark. Is my brightness broken? No, I think it's just supposed to be not visible. But like, how are we missing? How are we missing a thing? Like, the mold is making noises, like there's baddies in there. I don't know. But it's going 9:30 anyway, so I think we're gonna go to the save point. Yeah, because I can't think of anywhere else that had like crystal formations that we could break to get into that room. And then next time we play, we'll try the jukebox, and then we have the Alan Wake DLC. Right. I'm gonna call it there. But thank y'all for watching. If there's anyone new out there, make sure you hit the follow button. As always, it's completely free. It's free. What are you gonna call it there? Yep. It's 9:30. I'm eepy. It has been called. It has. And I think I'm gonna call it a night. Thank y'all. Have a good night. Bye-bye.